Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopal Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Om Ajnanirandasya Dhyananjanashalakaya Chakshurumidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Vapataram Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupa Samajana Raghunam Vitam Sajivan Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parijanam Sritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Samajana Lalita Shri Vishakhamsya. Om Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashvachatishatarine Kalparupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Sindhu Dīnabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurāṅgi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I'm very fortunate to be amongst you all today, and I thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to speak. Radhika Mataji, thank you for this. Thank you very much. So today we are going to talk about mothers in the Vedic culture. culture, and most of you, some of you are mothers, some are going to be mothers, and we all have our own mothers, some we don't have our mothers. So by definition, who is a mother? A mother is one who gives birth to you, but not also one, but she protects you, she nurtures you, and she loves you. And she loves her offspring unconditionally. So according to the Vedic culture and according to our Vedic scriptures, God creates, maintains and destroys the universe. So we have Brahma, Vishnu, Sadashiv or Maheshwar Lord Shiva. But with the power with these functions are performed is called Shakti, the divine Shakti or the Shakti, the universal energy. So this gives us the origin also to worship our mothers, because we are worshipping the divine energy, the Shakti, and this gives us not only the reverence that we as human beings we have to worship our mothers, but also we worship them just like the Divine Mother. So the mother, we all know the saying, Matre Devo Bhava. So this is the maxim that speaks of the seemingly boundless and endless power of the earthly or our biological mothers. And this also equates that to the divinity or the Divine Mother. So as we know, there are 7 mothers in our Vedic literature, and can anybody, we have it up here, so I thought that would be a quiz. So the first mother is the Adar mother or the biological mother, the mother whom we are born from. Then is the Guru Patni, the wife of the spiritual master. Then Brahmani, or the wife of the Brahmana. Raja Patnika, the wife of the king. Denu, mother cow, the cow that gives us milk. Datri, the nurse. And then Prithvi, mother earth. So today we're going to speak of the biological mother. That's our topic for today in lieu with Mother's Day. So this is the unparalleled love that is possessed by a mother for her children, and also this is not only praise, we can give praise in numerous ways, and also reverence to our biological mother. A mother then therefore is the embodiment of all these qualities such as love, sacrifice, forbearance, and selfless service to her children. So the powerful ideals exemplified by the outstanding mothers through their history, to the pages and the ages of our Hindu scriptures, has clearly demonstrated that the mothers, and also women, but more so mothers, have been given a pedestal position, or they've been given the highest position in our cultures. And why not? This is, we can see from the example of Lord Sri Ram. He was as a child, we can see from his examples as a child, as a young adult, as a married householder, and even as a king. All this gives credence to the saying that the mother is the first guru, the Adi Guru, or she can also be the child's first God. Sri Ram taught us by his example that the mother's blessings is an integral part to everybody's success, and he would seek, as you can see here in the picture, he would, first thing in the morning, he would take the blessings from his mother when he rose, and this was because he needed her good wishes and her benediction. This he also did before he went to the forest, as we all know. He took the blessings of all his mothers, and we all know now that because of Sri Ram and the lessons that we learn from them is that the blessings which we have from our mothers that is because we can get the total happiness and the bliss, and this is only found at the feet of our dear mothers. So let's see what the word Ma is. So the word Ma comprises of the Hindi consonant Ma and the vowel A. So the consonant part pertains to the heart that evokes emotions of love, devotion, sacrifice and happiness. And the vowel A is from the Anand Shakti, and that is the Shakti that we get from our divine mothers. So here we can see like Durga Mata is the essence of Ichcha Shakti. This Ichcha Shakti is the power of will. Then Lakshmi Ma is Jnana Shakti, and Jnana Shakti is knowledge and also wealth and opulence. Saraswati Mata gives us the Kriya Shakti, which is the power of learning and activity. So now, our earthly mothers, we all know, possesses all the three attributes from all these three Ma's. Then some of us, we have got from the mothers the Shakti, the Gyan, the knowledge, even fathers contribute to the wealth and the opulence, but the mother contributes to the wealth of the child in terms of upbringing, values, and whatever the child will be from as he grows up older. In order for a child to be well nourished and protected, he gets these from his earthly mother. So in the Moksha Dharma power, Pita Bhishma says, the mother is the protection for all kinds of calamities. Whether the mother is able or disabled, whether she is lean or robust, she is and will always be the protector of the child. So there is no refuge like the mother. There is no defense, or there is no one as dear as our mothers. For having born the child in her womb, the mother is the child's nurse or the Datri, as we saw in one of the 7 mothers. And for being the chief cause of the child's birth, she is the child's Janani. So we can say then that the child or the other human beings are definitely a part of his mother. So the mother's one's own flesh and blood. So from the Manusmriti I could get that from the point of reverence due, a teacher is 10 times superior to a lecturer. A father is 100-fold superior to that of a teacher, but a mother is 1,000 times superior to that of the father. So we can, and we know by experience, if we have somebody who can teach us, give us the knowledge, it is much better than giving you a lecture and then lecturing somebody, right? So that way the teacher is superior to the lecturer. But then superior to that lecturer is the father. And then superior to the father, according to the Manusmriti and the Manu scriptures. And we have, through the ages, we know that the mother is 1,000 times more superior to that of the father. When the Manu also says, where women are honored, there are the gods are pleased. Where women are not honored, there is no sacred ritual or rite or any ceremonies that can be fruitful. So one of the 5 questions that was posed to Yaksha, by Yaksha to you in the Mahabharata to Yudhishthir, was one of the questions. Most of you may be knowing that story, where the 4 brothers were already fainted by the water, by the pond, and because they could not answer the questions posed to them by Yaksha. So the question was to you, when Yudhishthira came, what is heavier than the earth? And what do you think Yudhishthira gave the answer?
The mother.
The mother, yes. Through my mouse is stuck here if you can help me. I'm sorry, I'm not tech savvy, so I can't move this page up and down. Does anybody know the other 4 questions? Maybe at some point we can talk on that. This is what we have when we depend on technology.
So Maharaj, maybe you can enlighten us on that answer by Yudhishthira Maharaj, that why
the mother is heavier than the earth because of her attributes. It's not in terms of being heavy, like the mother is very fat or heavier than the earth in terms of weight, but in terms of her attributes, terms of her what she can teach, or what use she is to the child. So that's why the mother is heavier than the earth. In the scriptures it also says, so motherhood is another word for devotion. Devotion is the selfless love and devotion that the mother possesses for the child. And this comes from the seeds of innocence, not from the seeds of any scheming, selfish motives which is involved over here. This is the pure love which the mother is possessed, which is blessed with, and the mother's love is one of the closest that comes to the love of the Supreme God. Motherhood is the transformation of wifehood. So the wife may and many times demand, and she feels that she has to take. But a mother, when it comes to the mother's attributes, her only privilege is that she will give. She never thinks of getting anything in return, and she never demands or expects anything in return. So we can then very well say that if a woman as a wife is socially significant, then the mother is spiritually glorious. The Vedic culture trains all men to look upon all women as one form of the Divine Mother. It also recognizes that the ideals of motherhood are the highest for a woman. We have seen in the Vedic period that there are mothers like Kunti Ma, that the mother of the Pandavas, that she fought tooth and nail to nurture and guide her sons. So even today, those same values are occupied by the mother, that same position is there by the mother, and that is what we can see it's coming down from the Vedic culture in our society today even. So the object of marriage is actually mutual happiness between the husband and wife, the other family members. It's also for raising a family and children, but also for love and the worship of the Lord. So the main object in a marriage, usually then the mother is one of the main providers. She comes out as the one on top for nurturing the family, entire family. So how do we know this? The power wielded by mothers on their children we have experienced this and it's been created and it started from the womb. We have experiences in our Vedic scriptures, and do you know what example can we have where this was, the instruction was given to the child in the womb itself, and that was from Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was, when he was in the womb of his mother, he got the instruction. And we also see in the Shiva Mahashiv Puran also records Bhagwan Shiva had appeared to this little child Upamanyu, who was taught devotion by his mother from the Panchakshar mantra. The Panchakshar mantra is Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That's also called the Moksha mantra. And Upamanyu was taught devotion for the Lord by this chanting this mantra. So Lord Shiva had also appeared before him, because this was the instruction that he got from his mother. So we can also see in the same way, nowadays the mothers not only teach the children to be, have devotional bhakti in them, also besides the academically or what society demands and expects, but this is coming from the earthly mother. The mother is the main influence on a child's upbringing, and nobody can assume the role of a mother, nobody can replace the mother. So how do we know these attributes that which the mother possesses? From where does it come? These attributes which are possessed by the mother comes naturally to her because of the natural spontaneous love that is present in our hearts. Rupa Goswami compares the emotions we find in this world to the emotions, the spiritual emotions that are present in our heart. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadai Bhave Hoi. That is the naturally that is present in our hearts, that love is always there. So the potency to love God, the potency to share this spontaneous love is a natural inclination in all living beings, all living entities. So how can we get this? This is when we purify our hearts, and also when it comes out, when it will become manifest, when it comes out naturally. So one of the most important aspects of this world that we all can depend on and where we can see the spontaneous love is with the mother. The quality of a mother's love, Srila Prabhupada says, very closely resembles that of the spontaneous love we find in the spiritual world. The mother is described as the first guru, the Adi Guru. She is the one who teaches the child how to sit, to stand, to walk. Even though she's not illiterate herself, there are certain things which are coming very naturally to the mother. And this we can see from, as we said, from the mother, the child in the womb, Prahlad Maharaj. So our Vedic scriptures, we have numerous examples. We have seen by Lord Rama going to the forest where he had gone for 14 years, and this was because of this promise to his father, and also because it was the wish of his stepmother. Then we also have the examples of Dhruva Maharaj. His mother, he had a stepmother Suniti, and Suniti was Dhruva Maharaj's stepmother, and when he wanted to sit on his father's lap, she spoke very harsh words to him and told him that he should be born of her womb to make him eligible to sit on his father's lap. So he was very upset and he went to his mother. The mother too was upset for the child, but here we can see that she did not teach him anything wrong. She did not tell him anything negative. She did not tell him to take revenge or to, to go and fight or do something wrong. But she told him if he meditated and if he went and asked Lord Vishnu, prayed, maybe then the Lord will show him the right direction. So this is what he went then to the forest and Narad Muni came and gave him Diksha. But all this while, Dhruva Maharaj was wanting a bigger kingdom than his father because he was so upset. But when then Lord Vishnu appeared before him, what happened? He forgot everything. He forgot that he wanted this material, he forgot to satisfy his senses. He forgot all the wealth of this material world, and all he said that he wants only to serve the Lord. That's when the devotional, the bhakti came out in him. And then he goes back to his home, and he was not angry with his mother. In fact, his stepmother, he told her thank you, because he realized that this was where he got his bhakti from. So here we have another example of Putana. Putana was so full of poison, and she was giving poison to little children, and she also wanted to give Krishna. So she came in the form of the mother, and she took this baby Krishna and made him suckle her breast and drink out of the milk out of her breast. But because it was so potent, of the Lord's, she got, instead of killing Lord Krishna, she got liberated, because she, in fact, though she came with her feeling, with her inclination to kill, but the Lord forgave her. So no matter what we do for the Lord, sometimes we may not have good motives, and it may be ulterior motives, but the Lord still sees some good in it and will forgive us. So the best description of a mother we have of Yashoda Mai. And in the Damodar Ashtakam, it beautifully captures the description of the toddler Krishna, who is so fearful of his mother. And Krishna, he was God himself, and nothing could go past him, but he was behaving like this little frightened little child, all because he saw the motherly love in Yashoda Mai. So Yashoda Mai had seen she had a lot of evidence in front of her to know that Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She had seen him, when she caught him eating mud, she had opened his mouth and saw the universe in his mouth. But then also she didn't realize that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He had killed many demons when he was small. He also dropped those 2 big trees, and then too Yashoda Mai did not realize that this was God's Supreme Personality, but to her he was just a little baby, all because of her devotional, of her motherly love. We also have from the Vedic scriptures Gandhari, the mother of the Kauravas in the Mahabharata. When she married Dhritarashtra, we all know that she blindfolded herself, and just to be a dutiful husband, patni, dutiful wife. So because Dhritarashtra could not see, so she also blindfolded herself. But then her mother instincts came to the fore when she came to know that Duryodhana was going to now fight with Bhima. And she knew that Bhima would definitely kill Duryodhana. So because of her love for her child, she wanted to save her child, and she was ready to give up all her austerity and all her penance that she had done for so many years. And she requested Duryodhana to come in front of her without any clothes, so that she could give him the power of her Shakti. She could give Duryodhana the Shakti from which was present in her eyes. But we all know what happened. Because of he did not understand the motherly love. No matter what happens for a mother, you can be 100 years old, you can be a grandfather, you can be a great-grandfather. But to a mother, the child, her offspring will always be like a 2-year-old child. And there is no vulgarity or any ego or anything that will, besides pure love for the child. So, but when Duryodhana went in front of her, he covered being ashamed, he covered himself, and that we know it was through that part, that area, that Bhima was able to kill Duryodhana. And maybe, as we all know, it was by Krishna's mercy that it had to happen. A mother is always forgiving, she's compassionate and full of empathy. We also have the example of Draupadi. When Ashwatthama came and killed all her 5 sons, instead of being very angry and wanting to take revenge, when Ashwatthama was caught and they were about to kill him, she begged that they be spared. Why? Because another mother would suffer, and she did not want Ashwatthama's mother to have the same feelings or have that distress that she was experiencing. So because out of her motherly love for the child, she forgave Ashwatthama. There is a very special Leela when baby Krishna was born, and Lord Shiva. So we have some time, so I'll tell you this. Does anybody know this pastime? So this pastime was when Lord Shiva was in meditation. He discovered from all the lords that now the Lord of all lords is going to appear and be born in Vraj, in Vrindavan, in the house of Nanda Maharaj. So on the 12th day after the birth of Lord Krishna, Shiva decided to go to Gokul, to Vrindavan, to see Lord Krishna. So before he was going, Parvati said she would like to go too. But Shiva said, no, I will go by myself and you don't need to come. So I will tell you when I come back what I have seen and what happened. So then Parvati, being a dutiful wife, said, okay, but when you come back, please make sure you bring some butter for me. So that will be nice when you come back from Gokul. So when Lord Shiva arrived in Gokul in Vrindavan, he saw that the baby was performing nice pastimes on the lap of Mother Yashoda. And knowing that Nanda Maharaj was very generous in giving a lot of alms, he disguised himself to Brahmana. So Lord Shiva thought he'd go in the disguise of a Brahmana. So but as soon as he entered Vraj, the dust of Vraja made him realize that he should not change his form. So this is also for us to remember that no matter if we try to deceive or act in deceitfulness, but when it comes to the Lord, He will always, if we have the pure love and devotion in our heart, we will always be truthful. So nothing can hide in front of the Lord. So then he thought, the Lord knows who I am, and therefore I must go in my real form. So Lord Shiva then came in his real form. Now his real form is that he had a lot, He had snakes around him. He had was in clothes that was not looked upon by others as the proper of that time. And also he was having, he looked dreadful because of all the ash and everything. So then when he came to Mother Yashoda's house and asked for Bhiksha, for the Bhikshu, Mother Yashoda got scared looking at him. So she said, no, I cannot give you anything, you please wait out here. You cannot come inside, my son, my child will see you and get very scared. So Lord Shiva says, no, I have to come inside, because his main thing was not to get alms or to get anything. His main thing was to see Lord Krishna. So he said, no, I have to follow you, I have to come inside. So she says, no, you please wait here, you're scared, you look so dreadful, you look as though you've not had a bath for so many years. You don't have any clothes on. And if my child sees you, definitely he'll get very scared. So you please wait here, I will bring you food and I'll bring you clothes. So then Lord Shiva was thinking in his mind, she's giving me food, but my wife is Annapurna. I can get enough of food from her. But I don't want the food. So he says, I'm going to follow you. I will sit here for 1,000 years if you don't let me go. So Yashoda Maya says, okay, you can sit here for 1,000 years. I'll open another door. You can sit here for 2,000 years or 20,000 years. I'll open another gate so my child can go out and play from the other side. So now Lord Shiva feels that, okay, oh my God, she's not going to be, she's very adamant and she's not going to let him go inside. So then he's thinking in his mind, now what happened? Inside, Lord Krishna is hearing everything. After all, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he wants these two devotees, who? Lord Shiva and Yashoda Maya, both are devotees. Lord Shiva is a devotee in the form of servitude, in the form of service. And Yashoda Maya is a devotee in the form of parental love. So Lord Krishna wanted them to fight so that he could prove that the parental love is superior to the servitude or the mode of being in the mode of service. So in the end, Lord Shiva says that Yashoda Maya is not going to let me see baby Krishna, and then he's just prays to Krishna saying, you know what is best, you are doing whatever you are doing, I cannot argue, so I shall just go away from here. So Lord Shiva goes away from there. So now the baby Krishna starts crying, and nobody can pacify him. All the gopis, gopas, everybody tries to pacify him, but he cannot be pacified. So then Lalita Devi is the one in the peacock feathers. She always wears peacock feathers. She is the principal Saki Gopi. So she asked Yashoda Maya very nicely, did you hurt somebody? Did you do something wrong? Did a Brahmana come here and you did not give anything? Because it looks like something big has happened over here. That's why we cannot make this child stop crying. So then Yashoda Maya thinks and says, yes, there was one funny looking, very scary looking person who came and he was asking for food, and I told him to wait, but he said no, he wanted to come and see my baby and he wanted to come inside, so I told him no, and I asked him to, if he didn't wait outside then he could go. So it looks like he left him in. So Lalita was very clever. Then she said, oh, no, we must go and bring this person back, whoever he is. So then Mother Yashoda explained to her how he was looking, and she was also wondering with snakes and all ash and no clothes, and so she went in Braj looking for this devotee, and lo and behold she did find Lord Shiva. So she brings him. So she brings Shiva back to the house, and then she says, we are very sorry that we sent you away without giving you anything, and you please come back and please we are very sorry. So he says, okay, if you give me the baby, I can keep the baby. I want to see the baby in my lap. So this is what Mother Yashoda will have to do. So now the baby was still not keeping quiet. So Mother Yashoda reluctantly bought the baby and she gave it to him very angrily, like, what are you going to do to my child now? But as soon as the baby, Lord Krishna, came into the arms of Lord Shiva, the baby stopped crying. So the baby stopped crying, and that at once, everybody was like so astounded that they tried everything and they could not stop it. But this was Krishna's way of showing that he is with his devotee that serves. Not only the mother, we can serve Krishna in the form of in different ways. As we can have the motherly love for all the gopis have the motherly love for Krishna. We can also serve Krishna by doing devotional service and in the form of bhakti. So Mother Yashoda, when she saw that her baby had stopped crying, she was very happy, so she gave him some butter. And she said, you can take this butter and go now. I don't know, you can go. So Lord Shiva was very happy. He was just thinking of how he got to carry it was such a transcendental feeling that he had Lord Krishna in his arms. And so while he was thinking of this, all what had happened, he was, without knowing it, he was eating all the butter. So by the time he reached Parvati, there was no butter. All the butter was finished. So when he came and then he said, I had this beautiful darshan of the Lord and in the form of a baby, and this cowhead lady, her devotion and her love was so great, was even greater than my love for the Lord. So Mother Yashoda, Mother Parvati was listening, and then she looked at the bowl and then she said, but I asked you for the butter. So then he looked at the bowl, he said, oh, no butter, I ate up all the butter. So Mother Parvati was very upset, and she said, because you ate up all the butter and you didn't bring me any prasadam or any butter, so I curse you that from now on nobody will eat your prasadam. So there is many, I think we, to this day, we do not eat Lord Shiva's prasadam. There is different, the prasadam offered to Lord Shiva is very different. So this teacher gives us a couple of lessons. One lesson is that I'm sure all earthly mothers will agree that if your husband tells you, if you tell your husband to bring something and if he does it, then you might say, I'm not going to cook prasadam for you. But that, on a serious note, we have learned that if we can serve the Lord through the parental love and also through pure devotion. So according to Mark Twain, he says, India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, and the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition. So this was Mark Twain who gave reverence to all mothers in India. And I would like to conclude with that two lines of a poem. It's a very famous poem by William Ross Wallace. He's an American poet with Scottish background. He says that blessings on the hands of women, guidance, divine guidance from above, and blessings on the mother And he says, for the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. So we all can, give due respects this week. We can also contemplate and reflect on our mothers and what service we have got from our mothers, what we have done for, what we can do for our mothers, and the love and the debt we can never repay. So we can only pray to the Lord that He keep us all in this world for our three mothers, that we can always appreciate their love and devotion. So I would also like to thank you all for listening patiently to me, and I would like to thank Damodar Swarup and Damodar Anand for helping me with this presentation. And once again, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. We can all take blessings from the Universal Mother, Srimati Radharani. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare